Hey, what's up, family? This week on Lifestyle of Jay, I'm going to be telling you how I went from a CNA to an LPN. Stay tuned. I remember good times, hey. Conversations on my phone line. Alright, guys, so here's how the story began. This is like a little story time. You know, I can share with you some of my experience and you get to know a little bit more about me. So in the year 2015, I was working 2 jobs. I'm Jamaican. A lot of Caribbean people work 2 jobs. So I was working 2 jobs. I was working at the Exporting Goods and I was working at Vitamin Shop. And at that time, I was about 20, 21, and I was going to school for physical therapy. This was a goal of mine because my grandmother was, seeking physical therapy because she was much older. So when a lot of older people do physical therapy, so you know what, it's something that intrigued me. So it was something that I wanted to do. Anyway, so I went to school, started doing the physical therapy. Working the 2 jobs. Doing school, getting by, and then at the time, minimum wage was like $8.75. I'm not sure what the minimum wage is right now, but $8.75 working 2 jobs is not much money. You're working hard, boy, and you're not getting nothing. $8.75. Imagine a whole hour you getting $8.75. That's not much money. Anyway, so my mom encouraged me to do CNA. I did not want to do CNA. I looked up what CNAs do. A lot of cleaning of patients, wiping their body parts, and giving them showers and whatever. I wasn't really comfortable with that, So she when she told me how much CNAs make, and you could become a CNA within like 2 months, I was like, you know what? I'm about to go do a CNA because this $8.75 not gonna work for me. So anyway, so the year 2015, like I said, I went to CNA school, and at that time I was still going to school I did the CNA, and I was still going to school for physical therapy, because this is something that I could work as a CNA and I could make good money, pay for schooling for physical therapy. So I joined and I went to school for a CNA. Within 2 months, I finished CNA school and I passed my state board, and I was ready to get started. When you're in CNA school, they tell you, you have to clean up body parts. When I say clean up body parts, like, scrub them up, clean them up, clean some BM, and, I wasn't really comfortable with that. I'm thinking in my head, you know what? I'm probably not going to do that. They probably going to give me a different assignment from cleaning up, BM and cleaning up P and all this different stuff. I was not comfortable with that. So anyway, I got my first job working as a CNA. And within a week, all of that goes right out the window. Me personally was, super comfortable with taking care of these patients, cleaning them up, helping them in their wheelchair, helping them get ready for bed, helping them eat, and so on and so on and so forth and so forth. So while I'm working as a CNA, I'm still going to school for physical therapy. So I'm working nights. As a CNA, you can work different shifts. You can work 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7, whatever is comfortable for you, whatever works for your schedule. So I was working as a CNA, and I was doing evenings 3 to 11, and I was also doing 11 to 7 some days. I was switching it up. And a lot of times, these nurses in the facility I was working, which was a nursing home, they encouraged me. They said, Jamie, why don't you go to school, be a nurse? You'll make a great nurse. You take good care of these patients. You're a smart young kid, and you'll make a great nurse. You have a great smile. The patients here love you. So, they told me about it over and over and over. I wanted to do physical therapy because, that was something that really interests me. And like I said, my grandmother was doing physical therapy at the time, so that's what I wanted to do. So I was like, you know what? Let me try and go sit for an entrance exam for. In order to get into LPN school, well, most LPN schools, I think pretty much all of them, you have to sit for an entrance exam. So I sat for the entrance exam, and I never told nobody I was gonna go take the entrance exam, and I actually sat and I passed. So I told my mom as soon as I passed, I was like, Mom, you know, I passed the entrance exam for the LPN school. She said, what? She didn't know I was gonna do it. You know, so I sat and I took it, and then I put the physical therapy on the side, and I said, you know what? In a year time, I could become a nurse and I could make some real money. As a CNA, you make some good money, but as a nurse, LPN, you make a little bit more, you know, and you get the education, and you know, you get to know a lot of stuff that would not only help out me of knowledge of medication, it will help out my family as well. So LPN school I did a fast track, so it was 10 months. I went to Rockland Bosse's in West Nyack, and it wasn't easy. A lot of people were getting kicked out of the program left and right. Thank God I had a strong core, a group with me that helped me get through the school. You know, the first couple of exams were rough. You know, we got a lot of studying, because remember, I'm working nighttime and then I'm going to school during the day. So it's like, you know, my brain is like, you know, always spinning while I'm, you know, cleaning and taking care of these residents. I'm thinking about doses and calculations and medication administration and drug to drug interactions and all these different diseases that, you know, some of these patients are coming in the nursing home with, and I'm learning them and I'm seeing them like in front of my eyes, and it's like, wow, it's like, you know, it helped me become a better nurse. I thank God that, you know, I started off as a CNA, and then I went to LPN, and now I'm going to school for my RN. It helped me become really humble. Just because you're a nurse or LPN doesn't mean that you cannot take care of these patients. Your job is not to just administer medication, give them treatments, and those kind of stuff. Your job is to take care of these patients. Where if a patient ring and need a bedpan, I'm gonna give them a bedpan. If a patient needs to be changed, I'm ready to go and change them. If a patient needs anything, I'm there for them. I could give them, you know, help them with their ADL. I don't mind helping them brush their teeth. I don't mind helping them comb their hair or shave. I'm not too far above anybody where I need to put it on somebody else. I'm a nurse, and I was a CNA before, so I'm ready to take care of my patients. That's one good thing or great thing that I feel like helped me become a better nurse. Once I finished LPN school, I was ready to take on the world. I was not afraid to go and deal with patients. Sometimes when I was finished CNA school, you know, sometimes you might be a little bit timid, you know, how the patient's going to react to me. You know, you just come to them with a smile, have patience, and then they'll learn to love you and you'll learn to love them. And thank God I started off as a CNA, because I helped transition me right into, you know, LPN. And now a lot of stuff I learned as an LPN, I'm using it in school for my RN. So that's my story. It's a short little story. If you have any questions about, you know, CNA school, you have any questions about LPN school, have any questions about RN school, don't be afraid to comment down below and ask me how I done it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace. See you next week.
I remember good times, hey. Conversations on my phone.